Alright, so next day, and another stream in the weather world. Probably should have waited until later in the day, but I was wanting to go ahead and get back to it. So since the outside of the house was done last stream, priority will be getting the interior done. First thing I'll do is sleep though. Then I want to get a better generator set up instead of having to rely on the lava there. Right, let's take a look, see what I could use for decorations on the windows. Probably just trapdoors. House is definitely a bit smaller than I wanted now that it's done, but it'll work. Can always make a little elevated area for some stuff. Might change these out for the copycat blocks just so that I don't accidentally hit them and flip them up. I'm gonna turn the radar resolution down a bit because it is definitely causing some lag. Alright, that's better. Alright, let's start moving stuff up over here. Let's see. I'll put the little tool chest next to the bed, I think. So let's put stuff that I want to keep on me here. Put various stones and natural stuff down here. I can put bricks in as well. Wood stuff over here. Plant some mob drops here. Alright, so still have a decent bit of stuff here to move, and then I want to try and set up an actual mine shaft. Which, to do that well, I would have to have kelp for bubble column. Let's go ahead and get everything moved though before we worry about that. Also want to get a basement in here at some point. Probably entrance like over here or something. I can at least store some of my more valuable stuff in a safer location. Probably would want to move my actual resources to an ender chest once I actually can get one. All of this can go in that natural stuff chest up top. The brick can go in with the stems, I guess. Right, and then we have the valuables chest over here. So I'll put the amethyst in with it too. I think I'll tuck it in the little corner back over here. Probably one of the safest areas in the house. Tornado hits, I guess, hide in this corner and hope for the best or something. Should take something pretty strong to actually take out the brick part of the building. Alright, all of that can just go into a miscellaneous chest to grab the radar and weather station. I wish there's a 1-block radar instead of having to have the 3x3 area for it, but I guess I could put it in the floor. Not ideal, but maybe bring it out over here. I think that's the best I'm going to get on it. And it also is easily visible there too. Okay, so fairly high risk today actually. So I'm not sure if anything will develop or not. Go and grab stuff from down here. Alright, I want to move this, but I need a bucket for the lava. Need an iron pick to mine the zinc in there. Alright, which direction are they moving today? Move the saws here. Let's put them in here for now. This can be my little crafting area. The storm's intensifying, but I don't know if it's actually going to spawn anything. It is heading this direction. Okay, that is definitely rotation. It might be trying to tornado, and if it is heading straight for me. So I'm gonna put any plans on hold for now and wait and watch this. Don't see anything lowering right now. That is some pretty fast motion in there. I'm waiting for that to develop. I'll put down a couple trapdoors in front of my door here. Always like having them. Okay, the hail core's disappeared, so that is weakening. Good. I don't think that will tornado. Since I'm struggling on food again, as usual, I'll come down here and harvest and try and make some bread. And that should be enough food to do us for a bit. Sleep before mobs start coming out. That over there might be developing too. I want to try and get an elytra or some other faster form of travel so that I can actually go out and chase these a bit. And yet another wandering trader. That seems like a really high spawn rate. And nothing really useful. Pine sapling I'd be tempted to get if I had emeralds. Okay, that is forming a tornado out that way. So let's go and try and get a look at that. Might be able to see it as soon as we crest the hill here. Oh, there it is. Very faint, but it's trying. It might be on the ground, I can't tell from here. Just happy to see it missing us. Alright, let's go back and try and prepare for mining, as that's probably the most urgent thing to do right now. If we want to progress with any of the tech mods, we need resources. Leave the hoe behind, same with the spyglass and the saws. Leads, so take flint and steel, shield, water, and then I'll grab some food down here. Want to pick up coal along the way as well. And my plan will be to go down to the Deep Slate area, the big cave. Really need to stop falling there. Alright, stack of torches and the ability to craft more if we find more coal. Let's get going down. Probably should have checked the storm risk up there, since I haven't checked it since it actually became day. It's the cave we're looking for. Oh well, there's more gold right up here. I am blind, it seems. Oh, so that's where my iron mine comes out. Also installed dynamic lighting here. Since shaders not compatible, I couldn't use it with them. I remember getting some pretty good stuff with the ons on Frost Cobblemon. I don't know if the rates were changed any there, or if it's just default supplementaries. If any actual serious tornado starts to come close to our base, I should be able to see it on Johnny Map. Well, I should have a second radar so that I can actually check. Alright, redstone. Something we definitely need. Black seeds, okay. Plenty of iron in this cave too, which I am very much not going to complain about. Some more osmium. Alright, could be some good stuff in this cave, but I don't have any doors, so I don't want to explore it right now. More osmium up here. Not extremely experienced with Mekanism, so I'm not sure how much osmium we'll really need. And most of my experience with Mekanism comes from the Divine Johnny 2 mod pack, which changes recipes fairly significantly. Oh, the cave goes up there as well. Not going to try to get up there right now, but will be a place to go in the future. Let's start trying to go down into the depths here. I know I am ignoring some ores, but I don't think I need to get everything right now. And that is a nice drop-off over here. Not sure what the fluorite is used for, but we'll see when we get to it. Such a cool feel in this cave here, especially with all the cobwebs hanging down and stuff. Really adds to the atmosphere. Wonder if I could use Create to drain out the water here. Probably. Oh wow. This is definitely quite the cave system. Anything down in here? Ah, just a skeleton. Okay, first, Apotheosis boss down there. I think I'm going to try and get it, because they drop some pretty decent gear. If I can get a nice pick, that would be ideal. But I'd also be happy with a good sword or armor. It's only an uncommon one, so it isn't anything too insane. Of course, I'm not going to be fighting it properly. I'm going to cheese it through the wall. Give myself a little bit of space to run back here in case it has some type of ranged attack, although I don't think it does. And now it's just as easy as hitting it multiple times in the legs. And he dropped his chest plate. Okay, that is definitely better than what we have. I think I'll keep this on in case the luck affects the chests. I think I want to change the belt I have for this one. Let's grab the string here. Some iron and bones, that's nice. Grab the wheat and golden apple. And that's my inventory basically full, so time to go back up. Hopefully I don't come back to my base having been leveled by a tornado or something. Oh, diamonds. Very nice. At least 3 of them. Let's see, what can I get rid of? Stimpick. so that's enough diamonds to get a pickaxe. Or I could probably find a way to get an enchant table. If I can get obsidian through mods instead of having to mine it. How much do wastlands cost? Okay. If I can get a couple more ender pearls and then emeralds, I should be able to get them. But then I'd probably want to find a village or cure a villager. See if we can get to the house and sleep before we get attacked. No risk right now. I don't believe that, so I'll be checking it again pretty soon. I don't think I'm gonna trust whatever it says unless it's at least, like, marginal. Does not need to be in there. So go ahead and put these above the windows. Not perfect, but it works well enough. Like to have spruce, but don't have any of it around. I see possibly 2 areas of flotation there, so I'm thinking the risk is already getting too high. No? Apparently no. I don't know. As I said before though, I don't trust it. I'd not be surprised if one of these just strengthens into a tornado out of nowhere. Like if I look out here and see one. This one looks like it's trying. Both of them do. Hey, let's go ahead and get the leads and leather from this guy before he gets blown away. When he spawns, the other happens fast. Okay, that's really looking like it's gonna drop. I have a tornado 2 days in a row here. Yeah, that's forming one. No chance that ain't a tornado there. Seems to be moving southeast at least. So as long as this one doesn't form one, we're safe. See one, but I really would expect there to be one there. How that is looking. It's trying. If there is a... It might be on the ground and it's just not displaying due to distance. Because look at that hook there. Okay, I'm pretty sure that probably is one. Alright, let's see. Ender.io, probably the first mod to start on, either this or Immersive. I think Immersive would probably be the better start, honestly. Mechanism was just the easiest to get a smelter in, with what's available. Right, so if I'm gonna do Immersive, I'm going to need more steel. I think I need that for Mechanism as well. Get iron smelting there and convert some more coal into coke, which will be used to make more steel. I'm gonna aim on creosote oil there. So could I use a mechanism tank to just directly drain it? Oh, high risk. Wow. Surprised that there aren't more storms spawning, actually. So I'm gonna go into config. So I think I only have it to have like 2 or 3 at once. We'll go ahead and up that a little. 5, I guess. So don't mind high risk days being a bit more dangerous. Right, let's see if I could just get away with putting this in there and having it drain, or if I'm going to have to use the bucket. Very nice. Right, copper here is smelting up nicely as well. So if I'm going to do Immersive, I need to grow more industrial hemp, because a windmill is the best starting power source. Windmill or watermill, and I'd rather have a windmill. Also, just convert this into string, and make a create window, I guess. Do that as create, then I could use it for create stuff itself. And I think I have a mod that can convert it. Let's see. Yeah, the alternator. Ah, that's quite expensive though. Yeah, that's not something I can get right away, I don't think. Maybe? Nah, I'm going with immersive. Alright, so what's the name of the block I need to start it? There, kinetic dynamo. So, need to get some treated wood. So, also want the engineer's hammer here. As soon as I sleep, I'll go and get the creosote oil. I can also just put a crafting table in the cave still, for as long as I'm using it. Go, let's make some treated wood. And then engineer's work table. So the crafting recipes here are different than I remember last time where I did stuff with immersive. Okay, that just looks like a nice crafting table to use. So just going to go ahead and make myself iron tools, or an iron axe. Right, let's go ahead and just make another one of these. So, 2 more slabs, the fences, and then I'll need an iron ingot. There's a score line forming. I'm going to go ahead and take the shield off here, as it's just kind of annoying right now. We have a thunderstorm forming right ahead of the score line. It'd be so cool if this moves with it and creates a tornado. Well, we're heading straight for me, so not cool in that way, but okay, so where was the... there it is. Chemical component. Aluminum. Do I have aluminum? I do not. Okay, so I guess I just make it in the crafting table then. So, engineers, wire cutters. So, just need to do that again. Yeah, what I said there might actually be coming true. Oh, that one's definitely trying to tornado over there. And this one looks like it might be shaping up to do it. So 2 iron, 2 redstone. Okay, that one's weakening. It's good because it probably would have hit me. But that one over there's formed a tornado. And here we go, kinetic dynamo. And where's the frame for the windmill? Okay, so windmill blades. Like this is enough treated wood. Okay, now let's see what we want to build this up with. Treated wooden scaffolding, that should look quite nice for it. So I need to go get more treated wood. Big trees like that are where having vein miner and equivalent really is best. Okay, hopefully that's enough to put the windmill on. Very good, then I just need to run power actually over to the house. I actually need terracotta to craft the connectors. Also gonna need a bunch of the windmill sails. Oh, conveyor belts have expanded quite a lot since the 1.12 version, looking like Factorio here. Alright, so the connector's in here then, or? LV wire. Yeah, terracotta. That's the recipe I remember. And I have the perfect amount of clay for it. Oh, I still have the hemp fibers on me. I mean, the windmill will still produce a little bit of power like that, but I do want to expand it as soon as possible. Go ahead and sleep since it's dark. And then I'll go up and add the 2 windmill sails. Scaffolding is also nice because I can just climb it. Oh, don't have fuel in there. Certainly helps if you have fuel to smelt with. I do want to try and get a mechanism energy cube, though, for storage. So, let's see... yeah, that's definitely within my capabilities here. Let's see... Yeah, nothing too difficult. Have the energetic infuser. I don't know if it'll need more power or what it has stored in it will be enough. So let's bring it down here. Okay, yeah, that's gonna need more power. Also need to get more sand. So I'd really love to find a desert. After I get a basic setup here and some decent gear, get a nature's compass, go get spruce and some sand from the desert and stuff like that. Or I could just rush the end so that I can get an elytra first. I'm not sure which would be the better idea. See, hopefully these have finished processing in here. Yep. Is that another squall line forming right there? Them 2 days in a row would seem pretty rare, I think. Right, that's what it looks like. Glad I found that extra gold down there, otherwise I'd have to go mining. Alright, so I need steel. Will provide a bit of a delay, but nothing too much. See if any of the hemp is able to be harvested. Some of it is. Definitely want to keep an eye on it and harvest it as often as I can. See how the steel progress is going. I know it's pretty slow. Okay, yeah, not even one. So it'll be another 3 minutes before that's done. So if I come back around sunset. So that'll be where the power comes in. I'll place the energy cube up there. And then run the wire from the windmill to it. Oh wow, that is an insanely strong wind right there. I think it might be the storm and the I am not thinking of the name right now. Yeah, I think it's both of them combining with the squall line. Because it's already fading, it looks like. Love to have an anemometer over there to eat it. Or that might just be the squall line itself, but I don't think so. It's gonna be some insanely fast winds. I think that will be right on top of the hill, pretty much. trees were swaying, those would be all over the place. Gotta keep an eye on this, because it'll be interesting to see it when it hits. I wish I had an anemometer to read the wind speed. Oh. Glass blown out. Okay. I didn't realize that spall lines would actually blow out glass yet. Oh, I wonder why it happened on this side and not on that side. Well, I do have plenty to replace it with. Check progress on the steel down here, and perfect. It's the 4 pieces we need, so now we can get the energy cube set up and start collecting power from the windmill. One end of that goes there, and the other goes up here. And we have power. I'm gonna raise this up so I don't get electrocuted every time I walk in. And then I'll connect it to power. Right, so what will be the next priority then? Okay, if I get a diamond pick, I have enough to make an enchant table. So I think that will be the priority. So go in here, place a couple blocks of lava, or buckets of lava, put it into obsidian, and get an enchant table. At least get some basic enchants. Might as well make a bit more than I need. Alright, diamond pick. Go. And we should have at least a couple books. I want to go read a couple Apotheosis Towers for more. Alright, Apotheosis really messes with the enchantments. See, candles would increase it, but don't have any. Yeah, I can't make any candles with what I have. So just enchant as is. Let's see. At the highest, to sharpness, efficiency. Let's see if we can get anything on the total helmet. Right. Something. Make some iron armor here, or at least leggings. Enchant it, and then go out to the pillager outpost. Should be able to find at least some loot out there. Probably also want to set up a little animal pen here. Get some cows and pigs breeding. And sheep. Be another good source of food. Nice, he dropped his crossbow immediately. Alright, now let's go to the top and see what we can find. Bunch of onions. And enderpearl and a little bit of iron. Okay, far. Another wood type then. And another portal over that way. I think that'll be where I go to for now then. Ow. See if I can run before he hits me. And they do not want to let me go. Ooh, that... Is that a village up there? Either way, I see some create structures. That'll give me a couple crushing wheels for free. Which I will happily take. Oh, that is such a nice looking crane design here. Some nice create stuff I can get here. Blocks of all zinc. Go have to process it, but that'll certainly help. So many andesite casings, but don't want to completely ruin the structure of this, so I'll leave them. And yes, it is a small little village around here. I'll move this waystone over to the village so then I can teleport between it and my base. And some spruce trees. Yeah, nice. Because I could get spruce wood directly from the village, but then I wouldn't have any type of sampling to renew it. That would probably be useful for PvP, but I don't think protection will really come into play here at all. I'll happily take some free food. Let's take the aluminum there. I'll go ahead and place the waystone down here so I can take the stuff back. Oh, scroll line coming in at an angle here. I will take this opportunity to pause the stream for a couple minutes, so we'll be back in a couple minutes then. Alright. So back here, and I'm pretty sure we have a developing storm here. We're on a fairly high risk, so that one might end up producing something significant. Let's go ahead and put stuff away in here. Okay, where do I put the create stuff? In here, I guess? Alright, yeah, that one might be trying to form a tornado right in there. I think we would be right in its path if it does. Okay, yeah, that is definitely tornadoing. So, we may experience our first hit by a tornado here. So I think it might be a good idea to go ahead and start on a basement, possibly. Hopefully I should be fine in this area. It's all stone, so it should take a fairly strong tornado to actually destroy it, but I don't know. So I'm pretty sure we do have one heading almost directly for us. Right, let's just use some normal ladders here. So much rain there too that I can't even see the storm over there. Thinking that it will probably miss us here though. So I was getting quite worried there for a bit. I wonder if me sleeping ended up affecting it. Either way, having a basement is still a good idea. And if you're wondering why some of the textures are different here, that's because I have a partially made texture pack for these, but I haven't gotten to things like the door and signs and stuff. Copper trapdoor would probably be the smartest idea here. So I'm assuming it would be harder for it to be pulled up than it would for wood to be. So where do we put the basement? Right here? Quick block to put there. So I'm definitely going to want this to be a stone basement. Like a a stone ceiling too. Another wandering trader, seriously, are the spawn rates like quadrupled or something? Because I just one there was a delay. Prevented them from coming from. Oh, I really wish I had some sapling. Oh, emeralds right now. 2 saplings to help. See if I can keep this guy around. Get a boat. Put him in it. Getting some emeralds from the village soon, and I would like to buy some of this guy's stock. Here we go. So it appears we got really lucky on the risk today. For the basement here, let's put in a couple logs, like for support. And then I'll put some slabs of some type of stone there at the top. See, just cobblestone slabs I think will work. Now for the walls here. Want to add in some wooden pillars for some support. Actually, I might use framed blocks for this. Oh, that is the outside. Okay, then. So that'll make it a little weaker, but I don't think it'll be an issue. Let's make some framed blocks here. I very much have an addiction to these. Framed panels. And could use that for the wood here. I think I'm going to just make the wall here on this side and not dig it out any further because of the ground being right there. So I probably should just leave this down there, but get some stone bricks. I still have some left over. So this won't exactly be the prettiest part of the build, but it should be a quite functional shelter. So I don't imagine this would get destroyed unless it was actually something quite strong. Which, I don't know how strong naturally spawning tornadoes can get. As far as I know, it could easily get over 300 miles per hour in some cases. Place this wall, and then that's the basement done. Bit ugly, but should be a good tornado shelter. So I have to imagine that it would be quite difficult for it to actually suck down that deep. I've seen it take the floor, but this is a bit below ground, so hopefully this will be fine. Let's move the waystone over a bit closer, so I'll have to redo the waypoints then. Actually kind of like the randomly generated name here, so I'll use that for this little base area, I guess. Jogger cred. And out to the village. I think it's supposed to use one full thing of XP there, but I'm guessing it's Apotheosis that changes it. Let's see, do you have potatoes? I want potatoes. I want potatoes. Okay. Okay then, floating campfire. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before. Some cabbage seeds, so that's good. Ow. Okay, that could actually be quite useful then. Not sure how that works. That looks like a fairly big storm heading over towards my base location, so as soon as I raid these couple houses, I'll go back and check radar. And then I'll go down and check the moon portal here after I make sure my base is safe, or at least know if there's something coming. Okay, yeah, that could be a tornado heading for me. Glad I came back here then. Let's go ahead and make a couple chests to put in the basement. So then if a tornado does come, I can just try and rush the stuff down there. It'd be cool if the winds you actually affected either the immersive engineering or create windmills, but maybe that'll be something that'll happen later down the line in development. Still though, can go ahead and add 2 more windmill sails. Going out to install windmill sails when a tornado could be heading at me, that's definitely a good idea. See anything right now, but that doesn't mean that there isn't one. See what the radar looks like out by the village. Let's go out over here then. Okay, so the village could actually be in the path of that. Because, yeah, that's a tornado right there. Perfect. I actually have a nice view of it here then. There could be another one just developing right there. To get that kelp there, but I don't want to be stuck out in the open when a tornado's coming. I think this is forming one too, so we might actually have 2 on the ground at the same time here. See, could I set up a tornado sensor to the bell back at my base? Just to start ringing the bell when one comes? So that would be a fairly good warning. Okay, that is definitely coming this direction. I don't think I want to hide it out in the village. Or maybe this house. Actually, if it does hit, this house here would be a good sign for how well mine would survive. Yep, I think we might have twins here. That might be lifting, though. Okay, yeah, it's definitely down there. And we have one there. Wish I could see that one, but the force definitely blocks it. Okay, and that one's lifting, so I think I'll consider it safe to go get kelp. Actually not, since it's turning night. So this one's weakening as now it's strengthening. Quite interesting, I think that's just a coincidence, but it does seem quite realistic. As if the other one's feeding off of this one. Or the storm's cycling, or whatever you'd want to say for it. Let's head down to that urn portal, I think. Kelp doesn't have to be immediately. And I can always buy it from the trader. Interesting if we see the path of that one to the south as we come through this area. I think we are approaching the areas that it would have hit. Sweet potato plants here, I think? Wild carrot. I was hoping we'd get a new type of plant, but guess we won't. Anything good here? Dark steel. Nice. I will take that. Any gold blocks? No, so it's pretty bad. And portal. That tornado's still on the ground over there. If we go to the top of this hill, we might be able to see it. There's a beehive over there, so that could be something to come get. And there it is over there. Should be in the path it created. So I don't know if it just didn't leave any real signs of damage, or... Okay, let's get the Apotheosis Tower over here. Hopefully it's one of the ones with books in it, and I could use those in my enchanting setup. I'm probably going to have to build another building to put stuff in, because my house is already pretty much full. Definitely should have gone a bit bigger, but oh well, not a big deal. Where's the entrance, of course? Last side I check. Okay, that's actually a fairly high level. Lifesteal, that'll be nice. I think that one over there might be pretty much right over my base, so hopefully that didn't spawn anything. Doesn't look like it. Two more towers out here, might as well check them. Okay, lightning gem, I know I want those. Pretty sure I want the breach gem too. No, that's the one I already have. They could be used as sacrifices though. Baller gem, that'll be a good one. Okay, we might see a tornado touchdown right over there. I wonder if this is like an enhanced Obelisk or something. And there it is, touching down. Oh, it's on the ground. I don't know if it just changed direction there, or if it's wiggling. Oh, that's a big dust plume from it. Oh, it looks like it could be pretty strong. Alright, inventory is full though, so let's start heading back to base. I can check this tower here and see if there's anything worth getting. Inventory's full, but I will change out a couple things if I find something good in here. Do have a bunch of books, some more TNT. That's one I'd like to get. And I don't think any of the other stuff is really useful. See if I can get some dark oak saplings here. Leave behind the other flint steel, I guess. Actually, that'll be useful for getting Ender IO started, so let's leave behind the obsidian. With Vein Miner, it's really easy to get a bunch. Try and avoid this really tall grass here, since it is very annoying to move through. Oh, that tornado's still on the ground there, and it looks like it's grown even bigger. That'll be an interesting one to go check out the damage path for at some point. Because I have to imagine there's a decent amount of leaves gone, at least. Possibly some minor ground scouring, or tree debarking. And getting back close to base right as the sun is setting. Hopefully I can get back before mobs actually start spawning, but it's gonna be close. Yeah, I think I'll make it. Watch out for the lava there. If I wasn't paying attention, I could have easily gone right into it. Alright, and back home with another inventory full of stuff. Copper seems to be oxidizing a bit faster than I remember it doing on other worlds. Could be one of the mods though, so not really anything to worry about. I have a lot of just random stuff this time. Let's put these here, wood here, and then I'm going to have to craft some bookshelves once I get an actual place for it. I think I will end this stream here though, and I'm thinking I might stream again later tonight, either on this world or possibly Cobble Space Program or some other game. So